NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Will Lutz ready to get this one started. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Okay, ready?
They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On second down, a run with Patterson. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give him this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position. And to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Kamara gets it again on second down. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it first and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. They're going to run a little pop pass here. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
The plan was clearly to challenge them by sending a blitz on second down, but even the extra guys couldn't catch him in the backfield, though. He doesn't scramble for it first, but he does get the last laugh by evading the blitz and getting beyond the line of scrimmage.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Kamara will score. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Well, they decided to run it in. and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They threw an interception the first time they had the football. Wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
But you just knew that these rushers were eager to do that today. Put him on the ground. Their plan, introduce themselves individually to this rookie quarterback. They said hello to Big Way there with a loss of double-digit yards on that sack.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Pete Werner. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Hill looks to throw. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first. Hill. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Hill. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Hill. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Hill. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And that's Grady Jarrett who forced his way through to register the sack. Now Will Lutz, who went to college a stone's throw from here at Georgia State, comes on for the field goal attempt. From the right hash, this from 33. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further. But they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Across the middle and into the hands of Ridley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Watch out now. 50 here.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Steps away. And it's complete right back to Ridley. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they wanted to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. They'll look to throw again. And he'll complete this one to Patterson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Movement there on the offensive line, a little quick, and a 5-yard penalty. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Back to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Here's Hill now after the interception. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
To throw again on second down. Hill, that's complete to his running back, Kamara. And some room to work. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Well, for Alvin Kamara, that speed-size combo, just about exactly what you want for a running back, and he uses that size, that strength to bust through a would-be tackler there.
Yeah, this is a guy who runs with such balance and control. I mean, he went through that early contact just like he was driving over a speed bump, and he's able to continue his way downfield and wind up in the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Red, cycle, Edo blue.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marco Wilson. And the Saints are going to get it back here just past the 35. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's Hill. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Back to throw, Hill. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Hill looking to throw on 1st. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hill. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Here's Hill. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 36. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They run it again with Kamara. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 1st and 10, Hill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 23 yards, the final tally. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Hill on first down. On the check down, he finds Kamara. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. Well, we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and sneak it here. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, they pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That play disrupted and stopped for a loss by linebacker Troy Anderson. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Hill now to throw. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Now Hill. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Being chased out left. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
On 1st down, it's Hill. Quick slant, that's caught by the 5'11" Landry. Down inside the 10. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry, 35 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport. Here's Bradley Pinion now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Landry now on the return. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
On 2nd and 10, Hill. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
On 1st down, Hill. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Hill. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now it's Hill. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well read defensively. And the key to any screen play is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. From the gun, here's Hill. This is intercepted. Picked up by Richie Grant. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Out to his left. And this one too low.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll set up a throw. This pass is caught by London. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15. Back to throw now on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Saints are going to have it here just past the 25. And you have to wonder, Charles, in a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. But he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. This game still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell, just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now down to 20. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a three-possession fourth-quarter lead. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Hill's looking for Olave, and he's got him. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake in the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the...
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9.
Safety blitz, such a fun play call to witness when it works. And the deep man can get home for a sack. Great timing by him. Interception earlier in this contest. Now a sack. He's definitely campaigning for Player of the Week honors, isn't he, partner?
Another try after the first down sack. Hill got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call through the offensive coordinator. You like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Here's Hill. On the slant, complete to Michael Thomas. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Hill looks to throw. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
With all the success they've had throwing the football as a pass rusher, you know you've got to come hard when you see them drop back to throw. So I really like this call to counteract that pass rush with a screen. It turns into positive yardage. A lot of times the offense says, just replace the rusher with the ball, and it turns into a good play.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. Caught on the slant. Touchdown. Michael Thomas from 6 yards away. And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taking it about the 1. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. That's brought in downfield by London. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Rolling to his right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better.